Here we go again. Ooh, I'm tired today. Those extra miles yesterday. Paid the price. Late start, it's just gone 9 and it's taken me forever to get packed up today. But I got some washing done and things dried, because if I'd have had to pile all that wet gear into a wet tent last night, that would have been awful. But I could separate them and left most things in the drying in the laundry room overnight, so all good. The lady farmer's wife or whatever even took my boots in and dried them out as well, so I've not even had to put wet boots on, so can't complain. I'm a bit late, but that's fine. So I've decided I'm going to take another 3 days, unless today goes exceptionally well, and I'm not sure I can see that happening. I'll take 3 days. I've got about 38 miles to go now, and rather than do 2 big 19-20 mile days, which I don't think I'm capable of, I'll spread it over 3 and maybe finish early-ish on the 3rd day, early afternoon. So we'll see how we go today. It's bright and breezy. I can see a bit of blue sky and I can see the sun coming out, but it's also going to be showery all day, so I'm pretty much like that for the next 3 days. So hopefully that's the worst day over with yesterday. It pretty much rained for 14-16 hours. It was still raining late last night when I put the tent up, etc. So okay, so it's road walking for half an hour or so, and then we'll see where we get to. Heading for No Stone for now. Might get a coffee there if there's anything going. Okay, speak to you soon. Bye for now. First glimpses of Exmoor. Notification of how dog owners that leave their dog mess here has an effect on cows. They pick up neosporosis from it, parasite, and results in them aborting their young and then having to be destroyed. But it's the kind of thing you expect from dog owners. They think they own the world. They can do what they want. They need to be aware that their behaviour has consequences. Sermon over. Don't leave your doggy poops, please. It's not nice. That's the A361 up there. Could thumb a lift to Barnstaple. and hopefully it ends this sector between the two moors. There's just been a bog trail really. For the last quarter of a mile there's been these duck boards. I'd have to say, I mean, they're great because we wouldn't want to be passing through some of the quagmires, but we have had to pass through a lot of quagmires, and the route needs a lot more duck boarding to make it pleasurable, because otherwise I can't recommend it. It's just awful underfoot. Sorry to labour a point, but there's duck boarding and then there's none, and there's no point putting it impartially, and you've got to traverse this kind of shizzle just to get to it. Ugh. It's like half a job. I mean, this is great, but if you've got to like go up to your ankles in mud just to get to it, then it defeats the object. This is no stone. It's taken me 4 and a bit miles of walking to get here. Squally shower for about 20 minutes in the middle of it. It's called no stone, as in leave no stone unturned. Unfortunately, there's nothing here. So that's outside the Mason Arms, which is open today, but not till 12 o'clock. I haven't got that kind of time to waste, unfortunately. Even then it only opens for a couple of hours, so it's sort of been typical of this part of the world. There's just not enough traffic to keep these places open, so they don't open Sunday and Monday. A pub doesn't open on a Sunday. Hard to imagine really. It does open today, but not till 12. I thought there was a store in this village, but there doesn't seem to be. So I was hoping to get a coffee of some kind, but not to be. Hey Frisky, only a little fella, aren't you? But you're only a week or 2 old. Go on. You're still bigger than me. Thank you. Well, in my quest for food and drink this week, I've been pretty unlucky at times, but for once I've got lucky. This is the Partridge Arms, which is a licensed accommodation, a couple of rooms. You can camp here as well if you like, but it's not convenient for me. But the building looked empty today, but I went round the other side and I just bumped into a lady who, she said, "I'm just leaving." I said, "Oh, you couldn't get me a drink, could you?" He said, yes, come on, okay, that's fine." And she's run around and she's got to go off to a piano lesson or something, but she's let me sit here with a pint of shandy. It's little things like that that pick you up.
Have a good rest of your walk, won't you?
I will. Now officially in Exmoor. That says 24 miles to Lynmouth. It's more than that. It's about 29. 5 down to Tar Steps and then 24 from there, I think, or 22. Might be 3 down to Tar Steps. Ivy Bridge, 78 miles. And I think I did 24 miles to get to Ivy Bridge. That's 102 miles I've done with it. Yeah, 102. So, not bad for an old duffer with a big pack and a grumpy disposition. Curmudgeonly. It's a good word to describe me. I'm an old curmudgeon. There are 2 of these sculptures, in inverted commas, and I missed the first one at the end of Dartmoor, and this is at the start of Exmoor. Just looks like a big bug hotel to me. A load of holes drilled in a rock, but I'm sure it's more artistic than that. But when you're a Philistine like me, you don't appreciate these things. But anyway, it marks the start of Exmoor officially. I should be on the last stages now to Tar Steps. I've been seeing signs for it for about an hour. It just seems so convoluted, this route. In and out, up and down. The tracks are so rough. Really had enough now. Nearly done 14 miles. And don't seem to be getting any closer. These last 2 miles have been horrific. Just want to sit down, take the weight off my feet, have something to eat and drink. Oh, it's been a tough walk this, I'll tell you all about it. It's been a tough walk. Not just today, the whole thing. Okie doke, speak to you soon, bye for now. So these are Tar Steps, which is a ancient clapper bridge. Not sure how old it is, but we get the name because people applaud or clap when you walk across them. Now I can't verify the historical accuracy of that last statement, but it seems like a good idea to me. Now this is a big old bridge to be made with a bit of rope and a gang of lifters. These are big slabs, so fair play. I seem to have been anticipating getting here for about 2 hours now. Not because I was desperate to see the bridge, but because there's a pub here. I'm desperate to sit down. Good morning. Not a bad location to stay at last night, Tar Steps. Ate in the pub up there. Lovely pub, lovely meal. Staff are very helpful, etc. But it was a wet night, rained hard. Woke me up a couple of times, the rain. I mean, okay, perfectly dry in there. Well, I say perfectly dry. When you go in and out, the water seems to get in, but I slept okay. In fact, I've overslept. I nodded back off to sleep, and it's raining now, so I'm not in a mad hurry to get off, but got a lot of packing up to do. Hopefully it's going to brighten up a little bit. And yeah, yesterday was a tough day. The ground's getting very rough now about in these parts, and the rain doesn't help, and just getting a bit tired, I think. This is day 9, penultimate day. I walked about 14 miles yesterday. Today I've got about 11, and tomorrow I should have about 11 when I get picked up by Gabby. So I slept well. I mean, can't complain. I'm sleeping better. I mean, I'm fully wrapped up because it's very still and cold at night, but yeah, I'm getting a bit at the end of the line now, ready to go home. And suffered with hay fever for the whole week. Took tablets, took paracetamol, antihistamine, etc. But it just feels like I've walked with a cold all the time. My throat's been sore. Waking myself up, making so many snowy noises. But hopefully today shouldn't be too bad a day. I'm heading for Simmons Bath. And then again, I've got a wild camp somewhere around those parts, but got away with it last night. I mean, they said I could camp here, but I don't know whether they have any say over who can camp here at the pub, but I did anyway. Nobody moved me along. Okay, I will finish getting packed up and then crack on. I think there's a little village called Withypool in about a couple of miles, so hopefully, I think there's a store there as well, so maybe I can get a hot drink. And I don't think I'm going to brew up this morning. It's too wet, I can't be bothered. I just need to get going. Morning. Well, good morning, proper. This is the slowest I've been away all week. It's 9:45. Been lovely now that the sun came out at the tar steps. Been very slow getting things packed away. Plus, the public toilet is a lot further away than you think, up a hill. So that was like 1/4 mile each way. But yes, another night out of the way. Rained really heavily overnight. I might have said these things to you already, but I'm actually away and walking now. We've only got 11 miles to Simmons Bath, so it shouldn't be too bad. And in about 1.5 miles is Withypool. with there's a cafe there, so the gas has run out. I need to try and get some more gas, but yeah, I'm just going to enjoy this riverside stroll now to Witherpool. So bye for now. This is interesting because there was a warning not so far back saying that the route on the 2 miles away is quite restricted after floods and things, and you can take a big detour, which I didn't really fancy doing, but this is what it's going to be like. I must admit, I expected this to be a gentle mid-morning stroll along the riverbank on a nice wide bridleway, and it's not like that at all. It's up and down and in and out. It reminds me of Loch Lomond on the West Highland Way, when you think, oh, just walk along the shores of Loch Lomond, and it's like one of the toughest days of the walk. Yeah, it's just lots of things to climb over, climb through, ups, downs, ins, outs, slippery. So yeah, and for some reason I thought it was 1.5 miles to Witherpool, and it's like 3.5 miles, so I've completely miscalculated this morning, but oh well. I'm going home tomorrow, and I'm not disappointed about that. Speak to you soon.
You were the type that eclipsed the room. I was the one who arrived too soon, but no one would ever bet against us if they saw us exchanging glances. I was too busy to fall in love. You were too busy to break my heart. Nobody else was there to stop us. Nobody else was there to warn us. Now we go on and on with this poor love song we've been working on far too long, baby. Do you still remember when our hearts tuned up spontaneously? On and on like a marathon, we keep running from fighting for something. Something to remind us that we're better than this poor love song.
It's all roots and rocks and traps. And of course very slow going.
Too busy watching the TV screen. Now we're just betting on broken dreams. Nobody's gonna come and save us. We cashed in too many empty favors, yeah. Now we go on and on with this poor love song we've been working on far too long, baby. Do you still remember when our hearts tuned up spontaneously? On and on like a marathon, we keep running from fighting for something. Something to remind us that we're better than this poor love song.
Today's one of those days where 1 minute it's absolutely cracking the flags and the sun's really hot, and the next minute it's raining. It's a really showery day today, but I'm at the Royal Oak in Witherpool. It's a lovely pub, and I've ordered a bit of lunch. That's fish finger ciabatta. I've got some garlic bread coming as well. There you go. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Enjoy, mate.
Thank you. Put about 2 stone on this trip. is about the third time this week I've completely overfaced myself with food. You arrive at an eatery, you've been thinking about it for an hour or two, you're famished. You order this, that and the other, pint of shandy. I've just had the most lovely fish finger ciabatta. But the culprit twice now has been the cheesy garlic bread starter. Actually got a slice of this too. I've had 4 of these. Like a pizza almost. Delicious. Smelly. Cheesy. But very filling. I've got 7 miles to walk over the moors now. And then find somewhere to camp. I don't think I'll need to eat again today. Hopefully I'll burn some of it off. Bye for now. That's Exmoor.
On and on like a marathon, we keep running from fighting for something to remind us that we're better than
Purebred Exmoor puns.
something to remind us that we're better than this poor love song.
Approaching Simmons Bath now, which is the end of today. It's about 11 miles. I've done about 10, I've done about 10 and a half at the moment, so not far to go. But for most days since the 3rd day, when I had that terrible lack of liquid when I'd wild camped, and then I got lost on the moors, on Dartmoor. Oh, every day I've had a pain in my back, middle of my back here. Oh, and it gets worse as I exert myself more. Oh, and it's absolutely killing me today, throbbing. I'm taking some ibuprofen, they don't seem to have touched it. Might have some stronger painkillers. Get me through tomorrow, but I don't know whether I've hurt my kidney in any way with me not getting any liquid through it for half a day. But yeah, it's hopefully it'll ease when I've stopped the walk and had a rest. At the moment it seems to be getting worse. I just thought I'd mention it because it's particularly bad at the minute. Ooh. No rest for the wicked. Okay, speak to you soon. Hopefully when I'm in Simmons Bath. Hopefully I can get some Wi-Fi somewhere and just get in touch with Gabby, because I've had no reception all day today. Simmons Bath. I've just seen a really encouraging thing. Exmoor Forest Inn open for ales and coffees, accommodation, bar, restaurant, camping. Oh, that'd be brilliant. That would be brilliant. Here goes. So for my last evening, I'm at the rear of the Forest of Exmoor Hotel, and it's not the cheapest place I've camped at, but it is very convenient. As I'm the only camper, I've got my own ensuite bathroom, which is lovely. I've already had a hot shower. And of course I can use all the facilities at the hotel, and I've been sat in the bar drinking coffee for the last hour or so. So yeah, this is my last night. It's interesting place this. It was built just really as a hunting lodge 120 years ago or so, I'm not sure exactly, but it's now run as a hotel, and there's nothing really else in Simmons Bath. It's sort of purpose built. It's not a historic settlement in any way, but it's done me okay, because I wasn't expecting any camping. I was expecting to have to wander out further into the hills and wild camp somewhere, so it's a nice civilised ending to my camping experience. So I'm going to clean my teeth and crash down and get hopefully an early start tomorrow, and meeting Gabby at 3 o'clock in Lynmouth. So I'll do my ritual of throwing the stone in the sea that I collected at Wembury, and that'll be that. So here's to one last good day. Right.